Odie, I'm gonna start pretty strong here. I'm gonna posit something here for you.
Posit away.
I think we need to start holding not drunk people, but the people who brought them out accountable for their friends. Like, this is a strong point to start. This isn't even really like a hot take. I feel like anybody who hears that will be like, yeah, we got to hold those motherfuckers. Like, so I will elaborate with a very specific example. So I like to go sing some songs, right? You like to sing songs.
We were singing this morning when we both got on Zoom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to go sing some songs with my buddy Jeff.
Okay.
And Jeff is a phenomenal guitar player, right? And sometimes Jeff goes, hey, we're going to go sing some songs when you get out of rehearsal for whatever show it is you're in. Just drive up here and jump in and sing some songs. And we do, and it's great, and we have a wonderful time, and we always meet cool people, except not always.
Of course.
So,
except for not always.
Except not always. We always meet great people, except not always. This is off to a great start. So I show up absolutely exhausted from a long day of work and then rehearsal for Dracula, Comedy of Terrors. And I get to this bar, local place called the Grateful Den. Absolutely wonderful. I highly recommend people go there. I'm sober, so I'm not drinking, but they have NA beers like most bars have now. Thank you, bars, for having overpriced NA beers for me to have.
You're drinking glorified water, Kevin.
So I show up. I'm like, can I have an NA beer? I'm like, can I have an NA beer? And then the bartender, Dave, super nice guy, he's like, which one? And I literally went, does it matter?
That's accurate, though, because it doesn't.
And we had a good laugh about that. But I turned my attention to the stage. Jeff is about to get up and shred. And when I say shred, I don't mean play Van Halen's Eruption, the song that any, beginning shredding guitarist
It's not
learns.
Guns N' Roses?
Not to say that you're not talented for learning that. That is a level of talent. There are different levels of talent. Jeff is far beyond that. He shreds like Born of Osiris. He plays crazy metal guitar. Yeah.
Like Through the Fire and Flames, that one band?
That's beyond that. Beyond Dragon Force. Like, he's up
That's
there.
It, Dragon Force.
And that's keytar.
Okay, cool.
That's a different instrument. But
so it is? Wow.
Yes, there's keytar in that. Anyway, there's shred.
Anyway.
Okay. So
Sorry.
Jeff is about to shred, and next to him on stage, and I you know how I am. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I assume that this drunken man is just getting done with his time slot because it's open mic night. And open mic night apparently just means talent competition at this point or whatever. But maybe he just got done. I don't know. So he's up there though, and he's got these two balls in his hand, and he's just not even completely talking to the mic. So what I'm getting is I turn, I'm looking, and I see Jeff looking down, trying not to interact with this drunk guy, and the drunk guy just being like, this is me, they'll be able to hear it audibly. He's like, so I got these balls, I found these balls. He's not he can't get his mouth completely on the mic.
Around the mic.
Yeah, he's just around it, not even aware of exactly where it is to properly present whatever it is he's saying. And then he's like, and then I got this ketchup, and he grabs a ketchup thing off the table. And he's like, so I need everybody to clap. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And some people are trying to figure out what this man is saying, and they start regular clapping. He's like, no, I need you to clap with a rhythm. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? And then he goes to juggle these two balls and a ketchup bottle and immediately drops the ketchup bottle. Turn one.
He was trying to juggle them?
Turn one NASCAR wreck, right? We haven't the flag hasn't even gone. It's
straight into the wall.
Just done. Yeah. So, and I'm like, oh, great. He's done. Jeff's setting up. He's going to play guitar. Great. Jeff finally, he gets everything. He's playing the backtrack so he can shred over it. This guy does not move away from the mic. And I'm like, what? So, even more, what the fuck is going on? Jeff starts shredding, and the guy goes, so this one time, he's about to get into a story while my clearly much more talented and less inebriated friend is going to absolutely blow people's minds with guitar shredding. And he makes the mistake of making eye contact with me, and I'm sure he saw it on my face. Odie, I rarely grimace. This was a hard grimace. Like, no expression, RBF style, and I just do the cutoff maneuver, like the over the throat, like, and I'm shaking my head and just dead eye contact, like, probably looked angry, and I'm just like, mm-mm. And
you didn't know this guy, right?
No, I still don't know this guy's name. He comes over to ask me what? He comes over to, like, ask me what's wrong, like something's, like he doesn't understand. And I just
what
go,
he's doing.
And I just go, don't do that.
You did the podcast, but you're like, come here, sit down, crisscross applesauce.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Don't do that. And he, like, kind of hangs his head and walks away. Right? And so I'm like,
you
great.
hurt that man's feelings.
Crisis averted. Whatever. Well, he's about to fucking story tell while my boy's got a full backing track and rig to shred and Jeff blows everybody. Like, people are videotaping it. Like, they're having a great time. Jeff crushes it, right? He's so talented. And then in between, so he's got 2 songs. So but in between, he's got to find the next track because he didn't come like fully. He was like, all right, let's wing it. Let's do something. I guess I'll shred tonight, right? Like, he wasn't fully. He didn't show up like, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to melt some brains. Like, so he's setting up the track, and Jeff is not a confrontational guy. He's very nice. He's so sweet. He's all hugs and love. Like, even when he's drunk, he's like one of those people who gets drunk and he's like, I love everybody.
Oh, yeah,
you know, he's not mad. He's just like, I just want everybody to be happy. Like, he's great. So this guy comes up, and I see him talking to Jeff, and I already know what the fuck this guy's doing. Because I can see Jeff, once again, looking down, not trying to interact with him. He's like, hey, guys, I've got another song. You know, and then, like, this guy comes up, and I see him, like you know how drunk people lean in too close to talk to you as if you couldn't regularly hear them? He's, like, yelling in Jeff's ear. There's no music going on, but he's not yelling loud enough that I can hear him at the bar, but I already know what's going on. Jeff gets up to shred again. He gets all set. He's like, hope you guys like this one. And then this guy steps up to a second mic because there's multiple mics. It's open mic. He's like, yeah. And he goes, this is a collab.
Oh, no.
And I'm fuming because I'm not mad at him. I'm mad no one has stopped this. Like, there's a guy who runs open mic. There's like, so then, and this is where the story gets a little more happy and like comical at this point. But I'm like mad because now I can't do this and tell him to stop, or he's gonna be like, well, I talked to him, you know, and then it becomes my issue, and I don't want to make this about me. So I'm like, someone's got to handle this. I just showed up. Like, I'm tired.
I'm just here.
Yeah, like, I'm drinking whatever NA beer the bartender gave me because it doesn't matter.
And
like,
it was $15 plus tip.
Like, I'm not here to get in any sort of an argument with Mr. Can't Juggle, Can't Tell Stories. Like, that's not my role.
Did the ketchup bottle break? Was it glass?
I don't know. I didn't care.
That was my first question,
I was so confused by it. Like, there's too much happening all at once with this drunken guy. But, like, so then Jeff starts shredding again, and he goes to tell a joke. It's very clearly like you guys ever realize that, like, and he goes to like start this joke. This is where the story gets good and kind of like has a natural happy ending. Jeff starts shredding, like, I forget what song he was playing, but he just starts killing this song. Like, and it's like finger picking, it's sweep picking, it's so much. It's a guitar virtuoso song. Like, this is a guitar song for people who love technical guitar. And the guy looks over and loses track of whatever he was doing and becomes mesmerized by the guitar. But then, like, has these moments, like the first couple minutes of this song, where he, like, remembers he's up holding a mic in his hand, and so then he just starts commenting like in Guitar Hero.
Oh my God.
He's like, excellent.
Good job.
Superb. And then but then he even gives up on that because Jeff gets to some part where he's just like sweep picking and doing scales and moving up and down the neck at the same time. And I swear to God, he didn't say a single thing after this. He just goes, that's retarded. Like, into the mic. he just is shaking his head because Jeff's blowing his mind. And he just goes, that's retarded.
You're going to have to beep that.
So, well, I didn't say. I'm quoting this drunk guy, right? It's not. But like, I just.
We don't condone the use of that word here on the UnPop podcast unless it's in story format to make fun of somebody.
Yeah. No,
that's our disclaimer.
Yeah, we're just quoting the guy, and like, but this is how drunk he is and how unaware. Like he doesn't even remember he's got the mic in his hand. I don't even think he knew he said it into a mic. You know,
he knows where he's at.
Yeah, but so like, so. The song gets done, and thank God somebody finally told the guy who ran open mic. I see him like run by and do a quick like turn down of the volume on that guy's mic. Like he looks at the mic, looks at the PA, turns down the volume, then exits the other way, like MI3 style, you know, like real quick, like bump, bump, like just walks by, subtle, out the door. Like so, this guy doesn't even see it. Jeff gets done, and the guy goes to, like, say thanks to everybody, but the mic's off now, so he's just like, you just get this, thank you, everybody, for, what, and then you just hear somebody from the crowd go, he turned off your mic, like, and the guy walked away. But the thing, like, in my mind as this was happening, like, when he got into the commentary, because I'm like, this is it's ruining my friend's time. Yeah. And I'm here with my friend, and my friend's not the drunk guy. But if my friend was the drunk guy, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be going, don't do that, right? I'd be getting him. And I wanted to, at some point, turn around. And this is why I'm saying we need to start holding other people accountable for their drunk friends, like at a certain point, like not right away, like maybe you don't realize they're drunk right away.
When you're up on stage commenting on live action Guitar Hero, might be time to pull them.
Yeah, when you're up on stage making a fool of yourself, somebody like, and I want to turn around and be like, who is this man's friend? And
who
then
brought him?
Hopefully somebody like, well, not who brought him, because that seems aggressive, right? But just who is this man's friend? This is what I formulated in my head. This is what I was gonna do. But like, I kind of was like, that's confrontational. I don't know everybody here well enough yet. You know, I know enough people to be like on first name bases with people, but like bases. But like, so I wanted to turn around and be like, who is this man's friend? And then if somebody raised their hand, I wanted to be like, no, you're not, because you're letting him do this. Right now,
let him down.
This looks bad. Now that I know that you're his friend, this looks bad on you, not him. Because he's drunk, you should be reining him in. Like, I wanted to be like, be responsible for your people, please. Like, but like, so like, do you agree? Do you think, is there a world where we can just start being accountable for our friends before they're saying the R word into a live mic and open mic? Like, can we do this?
Precisely why. Like, later I'm going to a friend's birthday party. We're in our 30s. His birthday party is mini golf and go-karting. Like,
beautiful.
I don't do bars and clubs and drinking ever. Like, and this is why. Because it's not my people that I go with. It's other people that are obnoxious.
Exactly. Well, and just take care of your people. You know what? I don't like. I feel like I passed it. Normally we end the cold open on a punchline. We're 13 minutes in, and I've passed multiple punchlines in this story. But I wanted to share this story.
No, it's a good story.
I think it's important to take care of your people, and that's like you know, in a culture where we talk about like tough love and ownership and shit, like
accountability.
Yeah, have some ownership and give some tough love, guys.
Yeah.
Like, why do we not do it when I'm sure some people take care of their friends when they're drunk, but this guy needed. Oh, here's the punchline. So then I go to talk to Jeff afterward because I'm like, in my mind, I'm still like, I don't want to be confrontational about this. So I go up to Jeff, and Jeff, before I can even say it, goes, "Who was that guy?" And I go, "I don't know." And he's like, apparently he's a local comedian, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then he goes,
very funny.
He walked up to me afterward and handed me his business card and said, "You're hired." And I went, "For what?" And he goes, "I don't know." Like,
God damn it. That's a movie ending.
There might be a part 2 to this story because I want Jeff to go do something with this guy again. Now I'm invested.
Everybody subscribe and put on notifications because there might be an update to this story in the future.
Let's fucking do
That's
the
the
thing.
podcast.
Let's fucking do the Yeah, that's 15 minutes this week,
What's your
folks.
jam?
What's your jam? My jam's not that guy. Not that.
It's Jeff's guitar playing.
All right. Are you ready to clap?
I'm ready to clap.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another lovely episode of the UnPop podcast. I'm your Capitan, todo siempre, Kevin Minor, he, him. With me as always is
Odie Matthews, the chef, cooking up content on my new 4-burner gas stove with induction quality oven because we're making purees up in this bitch. For a
second, I thought you were actually talking about an upgrade you made to like your kitchen, and I got excited. I was like, really? You got a new stove?
I wish. My dryer just broke.
Again.
So, no, this is new. This is a new problem. You
live in like the Funny Farm equivalent of apartment complexes.
I love my apartment. It is so nice, but the AC and the dryer are shit.
That's a bad apartment.
No, they're fixing it.
It's a great, okay. Well,
Dude,
once
I have
they're
a whole
fixed,
new AC system. It's 66 in my apartment right now. It's awesome.
Okay, good. All right. We're solving issues. The apartment's good. Can we get into the news?
Oh, no, Kevin, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine.
Okay. So I wanna share with you. It's a two-part.
The answer is I don't know what that guy's hiring people for. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know.
Never mind. Get to the news. I was gonna ask where can I find him and does he need a videographer? But
I think he does.
Probably.
I think he does. So the next day he can go, "Oh, this looks bad."
Yeah, I'm here to keep you accountable. I'm gonna film you when you're drunk. Hire
Whoa,
me to film you when you're drunk.
That's what we need. We need someone to be like on alert, so that like if we get drunk, they just show up with a camera and maybe
like you're gonna watch this tomorrow.
Yeah, like you're gonna, whole buddy. All right.
I like how you said if we get drunk and you haven't drank in like 8 years and
I meant as
don't
people.
drink. Yeah.
I meant as people, yeah.
It's like I don't drink.
No.
And you don't drink.
Yeah.
So when we get high, I guess when somebody is around to film us when we get high.
Then we get bored quick.
I sink into the couch and watch bad movies.
What's your question?
Okay, so first I'm going to share an irrational fear, and I'm going to ask you your opinion on it.
Okay, yeah.
So
is it your irrational fear?
Yeah, this is mine. I was out on my balcony literally yesterday with my dog.
Okay.
And you know my dog is like, that's the closest to a kid I'm ever going to get. I love
prince.
that dog. Yeah,
we love him.
Best dog in the world. He turns 9 in a couple months. So I was thinking about all these like home invasion movies I've seen, right? And you know how like when people break into your home and like they have a gun or a knife, like, you know, sometimes there's
The Purge.
You know,
strangers.
Sometimes there's a family dog that will like try to defend the family.
Funny games.
Right? Like, yeah, like there's like, you know, usually it's like a pit bull, like, you know, it tries to defend their owner, like Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I was looking at Max and I was like, you better not try to defend me because you're gonna get killed. And that's my irrational fear, is that my dog is gonna try to defend me in any situation, home invasion, out in public, or whatever, and then my dog is gonna get hurt.
Well,
and that
yeah. I mean, he doesn't know he's not built for defense. He doesn't know that.
He thinks he is.
He's just got animal instincts. Yeah.
He's a foot tall.
He's got animal instincts and turkey legs. Like, it's not, that doesn't work well for any animal.
So my question for you is, have you ever had that thought? Like, I'm curious where I'm at on the spectrum with this thought, where I'm like, because most people, like, if you have, like, I know somebody who has a pit bull, and they're like, oh, my dog would defend me, and, like, I would let him. And I'm like, my dog would go up to the person with the gun and start licking the gun, thinking they have treats, and then get shot.
I think, well, I don't, first off, it would take a monster to shoot a dog that's licking. You know?
Well, yeah, this guy broke into my house. He's a monster.
Okay. All right.
Or she. Okay. Women can be robbers too.
Yep. Or they.
Or they. Hey, yep,
could be anybody. I've never had that irrational fear, but kind of going back to the story that I shared, like I've had the irrational fear that like a friend of mine would get into a fight because of me or something. You know, like, or like, you know, like, because like it doesn't matter who you are. There's somebody in the world who just like doesn't like you or will like see you and be like, I don't like that person. You know, like that does happen. And I have had the irrational fear that like friends of mine would get into a fight and I wouldn't be able to like stop it, you know? So yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's
so it's not
reasonable.
It's not super irrational.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Last thing.
Yeah.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's our sponsor, Superman Pez dispenser.
Superman Pez dispenser.
You want some?
Is it just regular Pez? Is there any special flavor? Is this not a crossover, like
it's great
collab? Okay, cool. Well, you're eating on the podcast for once, and I'm not.
I had one Pez. This doesn't count.
Compared to my weeks and weeks of chips and cookies and crunchy things.
This actually is not only our sponsor, but it leads into our first bit of news.
Great.
Yeah, baby. It's the UnPop news coming at you fresh and hot from the command deck of the SS Marlon Brando. Let's see what this week had in store.
Superman is on HBO Max, and I watched it Friday when it came out.
And it holds up.
And damn if that movie is still not fucking phenomenal.
I just found out two of my friends in like a very good artistic friend circle don't like that movie, and it baffled me.
Anymore.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It made me curious because I want to know why. Because I think it's worth it. Like when it's someone, because these are people who I would think would enjoy the film, and I want to hear what they thought about it, because like that to me is important information, because like it, even if it doesn't change my opinion on the film, I think it's cool to hear that. You know, like, oh, well, what did you think was like a failing point of this thing that I love? Like, you know, like nobody's going to experience no two people are ever going to experience one thing the same way. So I think it's
Definitely
really
not.
cool to get that perspective from people, especially when it comes to like a movie that you love, you know, like, and I think that's what's made me a more mature, content conversationalist, or rather like art conversationalist, is that I recognize that no matter what I enjoy, there's going to be someone who comes along that's like, I don't like that thing, you know?
Oh, 100%. And even on Magnum Opus, I get that, where I'm like, oh, this movie was bad. Everyone's going to think it's bad. And then I'll get a comment and be like, I like this movie. We got one on Maximum Overdrive where someone was like, I like this movie. It's a cult classic. It's fun. It's a good time. And I'm like, hey, honestly, I love when people disagree with me on, because like, when you narrow it down to like movies that people usually are like, oh, that's a bad movie, and someone's like, oh, I liked it, it makes me feel justified in the ones that I like too.
Being that we're talking about garbage films, like, do you just respond to those commenters with like, one man's trash? You know, like
the only time
that's
I'm
kind
ever
of
like, I was gonna say, the only thing I like when people are mean to me, if they're like, this is a shit opinion and you're stupid, then I'm usually a little snarky. I'm snarky back. I'm not mean. I'm not going to be like, well, you're a stupid idiot, you stupid idiot. I'm usually like, man, this comment really helped drive up engagement. Thanks for all your support. Like, I'm more snarky with it.
Oh,
like,
cool.
But
well,
when people are like, oh, I like this movie, I usually try to find something in the movie that I like to add to that conversation and be like, yeah, like, I really like this moment, and I can see why you like the rest of this. It's cool that you shared your opinion. Like, I try to make them feel validated for liking it, because... And the point of our podcast and Magnum Opus is, yes, these movies are bad. Yes, we're going to make fun of them. Yes, we're going to have a good time with it. But if somebody likes it, I'm not going to be like, whoa, you're a fucking moron.
I feel like we, as friends and outside of the podcast, I feel like you and I do a very good, as coworkers. I feel like, one, we need HR. Two, we do a very good job of highlighting the things that we do like about the things that we don't like. You know, like, I feel like we are able to find, except for maybe this week. So keep going with the news, and we'll get to the movie eventually.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We always find something good, except we don't always find something good.
But, you know, that's a good point, though, because, like, I'm working on my longest video I've ever made for Magnum Opus right now. And in some of those movies, I try to be like, I can see this thing, but in execution, it doesn't work. Or like, I see why the movie had Morbius do this, but when you look at Morbius as a character, it doesn't matter. Also, why am I analyzing Morbius as a character? Moving on.
All right.
Anaconda don't. Did you watch the Anaconda trailer?
Oh my God, yes. Okay. First off.
Okay, cool. We're going to talk about this first.
Just for the trailer. Who knows how the movie will be, but just for the trailer alone. Solid premise. What a great premise. Okay.
Incredible.
And then also, if you've seen the movie Anaconda, the classic cult horror film Anaconda, about a giant anaconda, and then you see that there's a new movie coming out called Anaconda, and it's a dark comedy thriller, about a giant anaconda. Don't watch the trailer. You have enough information. The trailer is giving away way too much. Like,
I agreed.
Like, the first minute of the trailer, I was like, oh my God, this looks great. The second minute of the trailer, I was like, all right, stop. Stop. But I was in the theater. And the usher went, what? And I was like, nothing.
Not you.
Not you. You're fine. Keep doing your job.
Okay, so the director of this is Tom Gormican, who actually only has 2 directing credits under his belt, and they're 2 movies that I actually really like. 2014, That Awkward Moment with Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, and Zac Efron.
Oh, yeah.
Which helped me get through a breakup when that movie came out. Like, one of my more serious relationships that when I got broken up with. When I was in the Marine Corps still. So that movie has a special place in my heart. But also, he did The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal
we love
and
that
Nicolas
movie.
Cage. And that's a good fucking movie.
That's so great.
Both of these are very comedic. He also wrote Beverly Hills Cop 4, which
the new one.
Is pretty good.
The newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was like not a bomb, which I think like
no, it's pretty good.
I think that's the best you can do with Beverly Hills Cop 4 is it didn't bomb. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's a Netflix movie, so it didn't
that means
bomb.
You were able to write comedy that got across to today's audience in a movie that was clearly for yesterday's audience. You know what I mean?
And that's how I feel about this Anaconda. Jack Black, Steve Zahn, Paul Rudd, like
so
I
good.
feel like this is the perfect way to do it. Now, here's my main question.
Yeah.
Do you think like Owen Wilson or Ice Cube or anybody from the original Anaconda is going to show up as themselves at the end?
I fucking hope so.
I
fucking hope so.
Get Ice Cube back on Zoom.
I hope that the one thing they haven't revealed is that for their Anaconda reboot, they have gotten like one of the original actors to play someone.
Die immediately.
And that Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
100%.
Yes. I do hope for that. If it doesn't happen, I totally get it. Fine. But like the premise alone of these guys who grew up watching Anaconda and loving a B-rate horror film, cult classic horror film, and then wanting to remake it as adults, and then I mean, the trailer reveals it. They kill the anaconda that they've gotten to make this movie Anaconda on accident, and then have to go find a real giant anaconda in order to make the movie.
Bad one.
And spoilers alert, they fucking do. Like, it's great.
They definitely do.
This is like it looks like it's fun. Like it looks like the first Jumanji reboot, which was like a wild ride.
A little bit darker.
Well, I mean, it's a dark comedy, yeah. It's not just like a comedy adventure for kids, right?
No, it is.
Oh, cool, great. Rock on. What's next? What else you
got? So Anaconda, wait, I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
When that comes out.
2026, right?
December 25th, comes out
Hell
on Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas?
Okay.
This is our Christmas movie next year? Thank you.
It's this and Avatar 4, whatever one we're at.
I never
3.
thought Paul Rudd and Jack Black would come together in such a wholesome way for us.
Yeah. Jack Black had a Christmas movie last year. I think that's just what he's doing now.
Perfect. Christmas movies. Thank you, Jack Black.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not the biggest Jack Black fan.
I know you're not.
I like him in some stuff.
I'm not saying it seriously. I'm not like, oh, thank you,
love
Mr. Jackie Black.
I see the Nacho Libre poster in your background.
It's right there.
It's
right
there.
next to Frodo and Gandalf.
And nobody can. Your 3 favorite heroes: Gandalf, Frodo, and Nacho Libre.
Gandalf, Nacho Libre.
Nacho. Speaking of Nacho Libre,
yes.
We got an update on the Batman 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking go on. How are you going to continue that segue, sir?
Matt Reeves went in the ring to wrestle some people, and while he was wrestling people, he pulled off his mask and he said, "The villain for Batman 2 hasn't really been done on the big screen before." And the reason this is interesting, Kevin, is there's been lots of speculation about who this villain could be. It could be a Mr. Freeze.
It's Barry Keoghan.
It could be, some people are like, oh, they're keeping it a secret because it's going to be the Joker. The original...
Played by Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan. Just kidding. Wait, now I don't know. You made me confused.
You've got it right. You were correct.
It's Cillian Murphy. So originally, the rumor around Batman 2 was the villain Hush. And if you watch the first Batman, there are some hints towards the villain Hush. Now, if you're about to ask me who the villain Hush is,
who's Hush?
He's a newer villain. He's a newer one in the comics. And not that interesting, in my opinion.
Not yet.
But
a lot of the other villains are interesting because they have like years and years of like they have good comics and bad comics, and people tend to like grab onto the good ones and go, no, this is why this villain's my favorite, you know.
And that's the thing about this. So the Riddler, in all like honesty, isn't that interesting of a villain, but in the like world that Matt Reeves created and crafted for Batman, a villain like Riddler then gets a chance to shine. A villain like Hush gets it because it's more grounded. So the speculation is back to full circle, which was like 2 years ago, that it might be Hush. But I still
people thought it was Hush in the first one too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I still think that this could be Mr. Freeze, though, and here's why.
Okay.
He says it hasn't really been done on the big screen. And if you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze, it's just a pun-filled blue guy who shoots ice out of a gun. That's not super Mr. Freezy.
I mean, he gave us memes for years, and we're incredibly thankful for that. Before we even knew what memes were, we would say, everybody cool out.
Before we knew what we were getting into.
All right.
So yeah, I guess I bring this up because I'm curious because like if you look at villains that have been done, we know it's not going to be the Joker. We know it's not going to be Two-Face because these have been done a lot. We know it's probably not going to be Bane because I don't think Matt Reeves would do somebody like Bane.
Yeah.
We know it's not going to be like a Ra's al Ghul type because I don't know, that doesn't really.
I don't think he's going to jump into Ra's al Ghul.
You can't jump into ninjas.
No.
So I think it's definitely not going to be the Joker.
You can jump into ninjas, and I think ninjas would disagree, Odie.
I think Facts. I guess correcting me again, Kevin. So like, I think it only leaves, and I mean, granted, Batman has a huge rogue gallery, right? Like, I mean, it could be a number of people.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be my guess, and I'm going to say this here. I think it's going to be Hush or Mr. Freeze. Those are the. I think it's going to be one of those two, or it'll be one of those and then like a slightly. Maybe we'll get Clayface will show up or something. But I think it's going to be a main villain and then like a smaller villain again, like he did with the first one.
Mm-hmm. I'm caught up on the fact now that I'm thinking about how ninjas actually do an awful lot of jumping.
That's exclusively.
Not exclusive, but like. Anytime, like I think that's style over like fashion over function. You know, the jump assassination, right? Because like function would be like, oh, I'm silent already. I can just I'm silent already. Let me just defeat the purpose of being a ninja. No, but like it would be more efficient to be on you're already silent. You're already getting close enough, you know, but like the jump assassination is what we like. That's the romanticized ninja. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking about ninjas. All right,
we're
keep
gonna
going.
move on now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Villain from Batman 2 is going to be a surprise.
I hope it's Mr. Freeze.
I hope it is too because I think that would be cool in this grounded, gritty, with this Batman.
Yeah.
And especially, and here's my biggest hope for the Batman Part 2. Because it's going to be like 5 years since the first one came out, I hope we get like a 3-year time skip in Gotham where Batman defeated the Riddler. It's been 3 years since that. We now have like an actual Commissioner Gordon. Like Jeffrey Wright is Commissioner Gordon now.
I would love that.
That would explain why Catwoman's not there. Like, I hope we get a time jump.
I would love that.
Gray up Andy Serkis. Okay. Speaking of graying up people.
Yeah.
Remember the old show Miami Vice?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Did you ever watch it?
I never watched it. No.
Never watched it.
I just remember commercials for it all the time.
I'm pretty sure there was a Miami Vice movie back in like the mid-2000s.
Miami Vice is like, from my recollection, is like the dad rock of TV shows.
I thought that was Smokey and the Bandit.
Both of those.
Yeah, there was
Smokey and the Bandit's a movie, though. It's not a show.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is what I know. It was a Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx movie back in 2006. And now Joseph Krasinski, who everybody would know from Top Gun Maverick and F1 Formula One racing movie, is going to do a Miami Vice movie now.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Right?
Phenomenal. I feel like stylized action is his thing, and he's doing a great job with it. and I can't wait to see what he does. Whatever. I don't.
Yeah, plus
I'll
there's
go in
cars in
blind.
that movie.
I won't even look up the history of Miami Vice.
I don't know anything about it.
That's a fucking lie. I'm totally gonna study it when it comes out. I'm gonna hyperfixate for like a week, and then walk into the theater and go, I know everything about Miami Vice. Bring it on, Krasinski.
All 111 episodes, all 5 seasons.
We're in 5 minutes. That's what we're gonna do.
Miami Vice follows undercover detectives Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs as they infiltrate and combat the drug trade and other criminal elements in South Florida. It's Bad Boys.
We don't need to.
That's what Bad Boys was.
Bad Boys wants to be Miami Vice.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. It's
All
not.
right.
Bad Boys is not better than. Listen, as somebody who's never seen Miami Vice, I'm going to objectively say Miami Vice is better than Bad Boys.
All right. Perfect. There. We've said it. Moving on.
Here's some good news. I think that both of us.
I love good news.
Hopefully, we'll be happy about.
Great. Good news for good people. Let's go.
Daredevil Born Again season 2
Yes.
is coming out next year.
Okay.
And we just learned.
Proximity-wise, that's good news.
Yeah, and we just learned that they actually greenlit a season 3 that's going to begin filming next year.
That's awesome. Get your door. Go ahead. Go get it. I see
trying.
you. I see you reaching and trying to talk at the same time. Just get your door.
Max opened it.
Shut it loudly.
Okay.
Shut it loudly right now. Slam it so everybody knows.
That was me slamming it.
There
I
it
put
is.
pressers on it so it doesn't slam.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're
Daredevil Born Again season 3 is happening, which
Okay.
means that whatever storyline, which we're clearly getting, season 1 and season 2 are clearly same storyline, same kind of like overall arching plot.
Yeah.
Season 3 will probably take place after Doomsday and potentially after Secret Wars.
I feel like
and we know
the Punisher's.
there's rumors that he might be in those.
Oh, okay. So wait. Yeah, not after Secret Wars because it's coming out in 2026. So is it after Doomsday? Here's the thing.
I'm saying it's filming next year, so it could be set after both of the Avengers movies.
I was going to say, the Punisher is filming in, like, the new Spider-Man, right? Whatever.
Punisher's in the new Spider-Man, plus we get that we're getting a Punisher special next year, an hour-long special.
Yeah, Spider-Man, we've dropped the home metaphor.
Brand new day.
I think it would just be awesome, like, if the season showed up and it was just like Punisher shows up on like Daredevil's doorstep. He's like, "Did you know there's other superheroes in this city?" Like,
dude,
did you know this,
dude?
We could have had help this whole time. Like, why did we not call him? He shoots webs, man. Like,
because everybody forgot who he was. Daredevil represented him, and then he forgot who he was.
True. All right.
Sad.
Keep going.
But yeah, I'm excited for this because I think, depending on obviously how the new, like season 2, I feel like season 1, we both agreed, started off strong, ended strong. The middle was pretty trash.
It was
in
bad.
My opinion. I feel the middle was pretty bad, but
it was a lot of him
good.
yelling at the Punisher and the Punisher being like, "I'm just so fucking hurt, man." Like, yeah. Like,
so, yeah, I guess I like this because if the other rumor is true, and there's tons of rumors, so I don't take any of them. They're all in a bucket full of holes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Daredevil shows up in the new Spider-Man movie, and Daredevil season 3 is Daredevil teaming up with a street-level superhero, it can't be Spider-Man. We know for a fact that Spider-Man can't show up in TV shows. We know that's part of the deal with Sony.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Daredevil team up, and this is my opinion.
Okay.
I want to see the Defenders come back. I want to see them done in a way that makes. I want to see Luke Cage.
I would love Luke Cage showing up. Okay. I don't want. Actually, yeah.
Give me a better Iron Fist.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody remember the Defenders?
I do. Sigourney Weaver was in that.
I remember the first 5 minutes of that show and going, "Oh, this is bad."
There's dragon bones under New York City, Kevin.
Oh no.
That was the plot.
Oh no.
Is that there was assassins led by Sigourney Weaver trying to unlock dragon bones to destroy the city or world.
No.
Yeah.
No. You know what? I forgot the Defenders existed again.
Yeah,
I forget.
It's bad.
Okay.
So
you got anything else for me?
Speaking of things that people have forgotten that exist.
Okay.
Do you remember the Pamela Anderson movie Barb Wire?
Absolutely, I remember the Pamela Anderson movie Barb Wire. I had a huge crush on her when I was 9, and nobody stopped it. Like, Speaking of taking care of your people, nobody stopped me from falling in love with Pamela Anderson at much too young an age and watching the movie Barbed Wire on repeat for an entire weekend. Nobody stopped that. Not even my babysitter. Bad choice, babysitter. I don't know what you were up to.
Bad choice, babysitter. Well, she and her son.
My babysitter?
No. Wait, actually. Yeah, no, wait. It says Pamela Anderson and Kevin's babysitter.
Oh, shit. For that weekend, she was. All right.
Pamela Anderson and her sons have started a new production company, and they are developing a Barbed Wire series.
Starring her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't think so. She's like, probably should be in it as like a mentor kind of figure.
I feel like I would. This might sound ageist, but I feel like I would watch her do stunts and be like, she's not doing that. Like, you know?
Yeah, I don't think she would be the star. I think you'd get somebody in their 20s, like Anna Sophia.
Go ahead.
Anna Sophia Robb.
I was gonna say, go ahead, say it. Say Sydney Sweeney. Say her name.
That was the last one I was gonna say. I was thinking of
Samara Weaving.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
Anya Taylor-Joy
Anya
would be a good one.
Yep, that'd be good.
No, anybody other than Sydney Sweeney, in my opinion.
The girl that we really liked in The Heretic, who's in horror movies. She's great.
Yes.
She was also in the
Companion.
The Companion. Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah.
Odie, you got to keep me in check. We're being sexist again.
No,
we're not remembering actresses' names. I remember actors' names so fast. I've said so many already.
Stew for a little bit. It's Sophie Thatcher.
Sophie Thatcher. Thank you. Thank you. You saved us, Odie.
I did.
All right.
Last bit of news. Yeah. The weirdest bit of news.
The weirdest bit. Okay, go ahead.
We love live action makes of stuff. We love it when people go, this thing that worked really well in animated form or as a toy, let's make a movie.
We famously love it. We famously only love it. Only positive reviews across the board.
We talk about the Hot Wheels movie constantly. We can't
what
wait
is
for
it
to come
this
out.
time?
Teddy Ruxpin.
What?
Live action movie on Amazon.
What are you saying to me?
Teddy Ruxpin?
Who's Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Teddy Ruxpin?
You don't know Teddy Ruxpin?
No, what the fuck is a Teddy Ruxpin?
The Ruxpin.
No.
Ruxpin.
What does he do? Play rugby? There's a ruck in rugby. What does he do?
It's a fucking bear.
Who's Teddy Ruxpin?
It's a bear.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know
who
Teddy?
I have no idea what you're showing me right now.
I literally don't know. This news came out today, and I was like, oh, okay, Kevin will know who Teddy Ruxpin is.
I'm a grown man who doesn't have children.
But
I'm going
you know everything from your childhood.
My first. That's not from my childhood. Don't put that on me.
Yes, it is. It came out in 1985.
I skipped. I said miss me with that. Somebody said
it ended in 2019.
Somebody got out the word Teddy, and I was like,
it's the
no,
world's
pass.
first animated talking toy.
What?
I'm pretty sure this is the thing that inspired the movie Ted.
Pass.
I'm glad both of us know enough about Teddy Ruxpin, and I didn't gather enough information
I know the movie
about that
Ted.
news.
I saw both Ted movies. I don't know Teddy Ruxpin. Get out of here.
That counts?
You know what? We can skip the rest of this news because I don't care anymore.
I don't either. I thought you'd be interested in it. I thought you were going to be like, Teddy Ruxpin, why?
No, if you said like Cabbage Patch Kids, I would have been like, yeah, vaguely remember the cultural phenomenon of Cabbage Patch Kids. You know what we haven't gotten yet? And this is, I'm not manifesting this. I swear to God, I'm not manifesting
You definitely are now.
No, I take no accountability for if it gets made. Okay? Can I say that?
Sure.
Is that allowed?
It's going to get made now.
No, it's not. And I take no
is
accountability for it. We haven't gotten a Beanie Babies movie.
Let's see if there's a Beanie Babies movie in the works.
It's not
Shall
my
we,
fault.
Everybody?
I didn't wish for that.
Baby
that wasn't me, man.
Movie.
I'm just like, nope. I had some as a kid. I knew people who had way too many. They're like hundreds of dollars again. Remember that? They were hundreds of dollars. Now they're like hundreds of dollars again. Turns out if you kept your Beanie Babies that you spent hundreds of dollars on as a kid, they're worth hundreds of dollars again.
Hey, Kevin.
What?
2023, The Beanie Bubble, about the creation and craze of Beanie Babies, starring Zach Galifianakis. It already exists.
No.
It's a making of.
You're kidding.
It's like the Bumble movie and the Blackberry movie. It's the Hot Cheetos movie. This is what it was like to be obsessed with Beanie Babies.
It's like the movie Frosted with your favorite, Jerry Seinfeld.
So we saw a bad movie this week. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, let's get into the movie this week. Odie Matthews at the movies?
begrudgingly.
Odie Matthews at the movies.
Okay, so Odie,
Hang on. I saw a good movie this week. I saw one of my favorites this year in my top 10.
Okay.
And it was incredible.
I did not
And I was like,
see this
I don't
movie.
need to ruin this high by seeing a bad movie.
And then you did
And you were like,
anyway.
you should see this bad movie. And then I did, and now I'm mad.
Okay. What was the good movie you saw?
I'm going to talk about this more in my jam. It's called Code 3 with Rainn Wilson.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. I talk about it in my jam.
Does it have, is it a, comedy, is it a dramedy?
It's a dramedy.
Okay, cool. All right, because he has good comedic timing, but I feel like the interviews I've been seeing with him recently, he's been getting, very, down-to-earth, kind of dad, wholesome, serious with people in interviews.
And he still has that humor, though.
Okay,
and,
cool.
He did a show back in 2015 with Paige Kennedy from Blue Mountain State and The Meg called Backstrom, where he plays, a grizzled, not very, good with people detective.
Yeah.
Ran for one season and got canceled. It was really good. It gives me the same vibe, but as a paramedic.
He also, Rainn Wilson, I don't know how old he is. He looks great. He grew
50s,
out that beard and he's just his whole vibe right now. I'm really digging his whole vibe. Yeah, he's really good. Like I said, down to earth dad
we
type.
can't talk about the good movie
No,
that
we
I
can't.
told you to go see.
No, because I didn't go see it.
We got to talk about the bad
We have
movie.
to talk. Okay, Odie,
It's our duty.
is this
Our
a
job.
podcast? Is this a
simulation.
podcast?
This is a simulation.
Is this a podcast in a simulation?
Yes.
Do we make content on this podcast in the simulation?
Yes.
Is this not the thing that makes content this week?
We could make good content about a good movie, though.
We could,
We
but
could.
we're not. So
I know.
we went and saw him in theaters.
Him.
Okay. Can I explain the plot of this movie, and then let's just jump into spoilers. Okay, wait, hold
It's
on.
spoiler-
Hold on. Let's
spoilers all the way.
start out this way. Is there anything, generally speaking, that you liked about this movie? Are there any compliments that you can pay without spoilers, just generally speaking, about
Definitely.
the film? Okay.
Yeah.
What are they? Pay them now, and I'll pay mine, because we're going to spend a long time
3.
talking about the rest of it.
Yeah, I only have 3 good things to say about this movie, and they're very short.
Hit me.
1,
Mine might be the same.
in most bad movies, the saving grace that I always fall back on is how the movie looks. From a cinematography standpoint, this is a really good-looking movie. There
I
are
100%
some really
agree.
good shots, lit super well, framed super well.
100%.
It almost tricked me into liking it. Not really. That's not true.
No,
Couldn't
the
trick me into liking
cinematography
it.
is really good. It's like the redeeming quality of literally every moment of the movie.
Yes,
Okay.
it honestly is. There's so many good shots.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Second, Marlon Wayans is having a great time. I don't know if I love his performance, but
Also
he's having a great
compliment.
time, and
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that he goes from serious to funny to serious to funny. That worked.
You're 2 for 2.
And
I'm
then-
with you. These are my compliments as
Yeah.
well. Okay, keep going.
And then my other favorite part of the movie is when the credits started at the end. Then I got to leave. That was my other favorite part.
Okay. I have 3 compliments. 1, agreeing with you, cinematography, great. 2, I'm going to say blanket, just across all the actors. I went back in thinking about this movie. Every actor knew their assignment. Every actor is playing their character to literally the best level they could possibly be played, right? My third compliment is that buried within each scene of this movie is the potential for a phenomenal movie. I feel like every scene had something that to me was engaging. It sucks that the rest of the movie exists, but we'll get more into it as we talk about the movie. We saw him.
I have thoughts, Kevin.
I have
so many thoughts.
Let me describe the movie with how I think the pitch meeting went for this. Can I do that?
Okay, you describe, and then I'm going to describe how I think it went.
I think the pitch meeting went like this. I think Justin Tipping, right, who is the
Justin,
director
come
for
in,
this.
sit down. Crisscross applesauce.
Yep. Justin, watch me mock you. Come here, sit down. You need to watch this. So this script in 2022 was on the blacklist for the best unproduced scripts, and it got picked up by Monkey Productions. Justin Tipping, huge sports fan, commercial director, comes in and is like, hey, I can make this with you guys. Like, who knows how this team came together, but everybody on this team is fucking phenomenal. Julia Fox from Uncut Gems shows up. Marlon Wayans is who's an avid horror fan and a really good actor, like, all in all. Like, I wouldn't say that I like Marlon He always does a great job playing his role. And then they get Tyreek Withers? Yeah. Tyreek.
I'll bring up the cast, yeah. The young guy?
Yeah, is it Tyreek? Am I messing it up? Anyway, new actor, right? He's great. He's also in I Know What You Did Last Summer this year.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so he comes in and like, so we've got this team of 7. Like, here's how I think the pitch meeting went. I think that, like, the people who got this spec script that was written in 2022, they went out and they came back in, and Jordan Peele, I actually don't think Jordan Peele was in the room. I think Keegan-Michael Key was playing an elaborate prank on his good buddy Jordan Peele and showed up to work that day dressed as Jordan Peele, but was so convincing and or charismatic that people just let him do it. And so it's not Jordan Peele sitting at the head of the table representing Monkey Paw Productions. It's his good friend Keegan-Michael Key, famous comedian who's now imitating him a la Johnny Knoxville style and greenlighting movies that he might later regret. Okay, so that's the beginning of this pitch.
That sounds right.
The guys come in, they go, hey, we finished the spec script. And Keegan-Michael Key goes, okay, cool, hit me with it. And they go, all right, so there's this guy, and he's been raised as a kid to believe that he's going to be the greatest of all time. And Keegan-Michael Key goes, why? And they go, we don't know. And he's like, we don't know, like, the audience doesn't know, or we don't know, like, you don't know. And they go, exactly. And then they go, and so then he's about to embark on Combine for the first time, and he might even meet his legend, who's the original GOAT. And people were calling him the GOAT in the 90s, even though that lingo didn't exist back then. But then he gets attacked with a hammer by a guy who kind of looks like a goat devil thing. And then Keegan-Michael Key goes, why? And they go, we don't know. And he goes, like, the audience doesn't know, or you don't know? And they go, exactly. And then they go, and then we go through a whole crazy ritualistic stylized Faustian bargain type thing, and there's bitches with big booties and guns and cult members, and then that guy from Tim and Eric, great awesome show, great job, is there, and then maybe Jim Jeffries shows up, and then everybody goes through this whole thing, and it's all just an elaborate ritual to make the next GOAT, who we're going to call him. And then Keegan-Michael Key goes, okay, but seriously, like, why though? And they're like, we don't know. And then he goes, like, the audience doesn't know, or like, you don't know? And they go, exactly.
See you on set.
That is how I think the pitch meeting went for this fucking movie.
Here's how I think the pitch meeting went.
Okay.
I think 2 of the guys involved got drunk watching football and looked over at each other and went, hey, bad, what if Satan was behind Tom Brady? And then that movie became a thing. That's how I think it went. Because that's what this feels like. This feels like so I need to say this up top.
Okay, can we get into spoilers now? Do you want to just get into spoilers?
Yeah, we can, but I got to say
spoilers
this before.
For him. Oh, all right, say whatever you got to say.
No, this doesn't matter if it's in spoilers or not. I don't like football. I think football is stupid. I get why people like it. I'm not hating on you for liking it. You can like football. Sports are a subjective thing. But me personally, the first 5 seconds of this movie, I was like, oh, fuck. I don't like this sport enough, and I think that the culture around this sport can be very toxic. Like any fandom, like any culture, it can be toxic. And I think what I had to ask myself going through this entire movie, because I literally came back from the movie and then watched the Red Sox play, is I was like, okay, if this was baseball, would I like this movie? No. If it was baseball, I still wouldn't like this movie. If it was a sport I cared about, I still wouldn't like this movie. Anyways.
All right. So,
spoiler.
Okay. So, we've said the things. We've said the things that we like about this movie. We've gone over how we think the movie originally came about, right? Which really was my nice way of describing, like, the plot, without spoiling it. I left this movie and I texted you. I left you a voice memo because you were like, hey, leave me a voice memo. Make it less than 3 minutes. If the movie's bad, you actually said, if the movie's bad, I kind of want to see it. And I left that. I left the movie and was like, yeah, it's bad. Like, because I got to the end of the movie, like the final scene of the movie, and I don't care if we jump around during this because the movie's bad.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't need to follow this in any sort of linear fashion. I think we can cover the things that are bad about the movie now, just like a la carte. But the final scene of the movie played out, and I remember, Tim from Tim and Eric's character. I think his name's Cam. He's like the fucking agent guy, right?
Sure.
He explodes at the end, and
okay, I want to talk about that.
We will, but like after that, and like this is the final scene. These are the final seconds of the film. You get a comic explosion, and then what's the guy's Withers? Hold on, I'm bringing this up.
Tyreek Withers.
Tyreek Withers. I did have it right.
Tyreek
okay,
Withers.
thank you.
He plays Cole.
Yeah. So So Tyreek Withers is walking towards the camera, right? And then I'm like, literally, the film ends, and like I've had this with films that are bad before. I'm like, you better not fucking end there, and sure enough, they do, because that's like the final nail in the coffin that it's a bad movie. But like you get like after all of this tension supposedly was building up, it doesn't. Spoiler alert. It doesn't build up, but then you get this explosion. He's walking toward the camera, and then it just fucking cuts. Like they didn't know how to wrap up the fucking story in a good way, and I went, what was the point of that? Like I literally like, and I had spent, I told you this in my message. We've talked about this before even coming on this episode, right? I tried so hard to love this movie. There are so many things in this movie that exist in other movies in the same genre, with the same pacing, with the same themes, with the same types of characters, with the same type of dynamic performances that I love. This movie has so many elements of like my top 10 movies of all time baked into it, but I do not like this movie, and it hurt me to not like it. Because I was like,
so here's...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's what I think.
Hit me.
Okay, I want to talk about this, and this is going to be me kind of rapid firing questions. So if you have answers to them,
go ahead.
Hold all answers till the end. The whole point of this movie, as you learn, is that basically Marlon Wayans' character, football guy 1, football legend, and football rookie is how I'm just going to refer to these characters.
Okay.
Football legend is Marlon Wayans. Football rookie is a new guy.
Yeah.
Football legend has gotten
Isaiah, football legend.
Isaiah, sure. Yeah. Isaiah was his name.
Yeah.
You find out that the reason this, and it's all, by the way, it's not NFL. It's all fake teams, and it's still football, but it's all fake, right?
Yeah.
It's not like real teams or anything like that. It's all made up. He is the GOAT, which also, side note, if I hear anybody say GOAT or greatest of all time in real life now, I'm going to have an aneurysm because they say it way too much in this movie.
Yeah.
His
agent's name's Tom. He's Cam. So you got Cam. He's the rookie. You got Isaiah. He's the legend.
Cam, not Cole. Yeah. So the legend Isaiah is, you find out that people before him, mentors before him, would give him their blood, which would then make them the greatest of all time. It'd give them supernatural football. You can win 8 championships, which is hilarious because I think Tom Brady has won 8 championships.
Yeah.
And he didn't make a deal with the devil. But you find out it's very heavily implied. There's a lot of satanic things in this with the goats and the explosion at the end. It's a deal with the devil. You know that.
Yeah.
You can figure that out pretty early on in this movie.
Right away.
So here's my problem with that.
Go ahead.
1, everything that takes place before the ritual at the end of the movie to get him to sign the contract, none of that has to do with a ritual. None of it makes any. You don't need to throw footballs at a guy's face. You don't need to inject him with weird medicine. You don't need to take him to a weird satanic party. The ritual.
You don't need to have him shoot someone inside of a mascot, obviously, on a field.
Right? Like, there's so many things that I'm like, where is what's the reason? What's the motivation behind drugging him or hitting him in the head or keeping him like paranoid? Also, why is he seeing things? Like, does he have the blood of Isaiah already in him? If he does, what's the point of the sacrifice? And at the end, there's a gladiator battle that's hinted at way too much with Jim Jeffries' character, where he's like, there were 2 people enter the Coliseum, only 1 leaves. It's like, all right, cool. So spoiler that they're gonna fight, like. Yeah. Kind of saw that coming, but, like, here we are. And so Isaiah's like, now that I've injected you with my blood, it's a fair fight. And then they just fist fight. I thought the blood made you good at football. But then it doesn't matter because he goes outside, Cam or whatever, and everybody's there in, like, pig masks, and there's this big ritual, like, pentagram on the ground and everything. And Cam just kills everybody, but then the pentagram drags the agent onto it, and he explodes. So my question is, who was going to be sacrificed on the pentagram in the first place?
Oh, okay.
And secondly, if it was supposed to be that if the deal doesn't go, the devil still gets a sacrifice, my question is, was it just going to pull whoever was closest to the pentagram? Like, if he had killed everybody and a cheerleader was nearby, was the cheerleader going to get sacrificed? But ultimately, this is my long-winded way of saying, when you break down the ritual to, like, make a deal with the devil, everything that takes place in the movie that Cam goes through, it doesn't lead to the ending that we get.
No, it doesn't make sense.
None of the stuff that takes place feels like it's building to the ending we get.
Yeah. All right. So, first off, it was supposed to be Isaiah who's brought out to the center of the field to explode.
Well,
because he's done. Right? Like, that's the end of his career. It's symbolic, right? Okay. I feel like years of being a pretentious dick watching David Fincher and David Lynch films has prepared me for this moment to explain what this film was trying to do. They were trying to show that making the deals and walking the walk that you have to walk in order to get the thing that you want involves a level of sacrifice that is not for the greater good. And when it is selfish, it is only to serve the purposes of the self, which makes it more evil, self-centered, more about your free will, aka related to, like, Baphomet, Satan, things like that. Like, I think the message, and this is what hurt me the most, the message of the movie wasn't not there for me. But at the end, I still found myself asking the question, what was the point of that? Like,
exactly.
Because the message is there, and it's in multiple scenes, and it's in some of the dialogue, and it's baked in. There's just so much shit around it. You know, this wasn't like a polished turd. This was a turd that someone had stuck random diamonds into, you know, and been like, look at it. It's art. It's Banksy. Like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
right?
So, like, and really, like, I watched interviews with the people who are in the movie, and they're all passionate about it. And like, if you were to ask me the question, you're like, do you think anybody's performance was bad? I'd be like, absolutely not. They floored me. Like, I actually, like, if I'm watching just the scenes isolated, I'm like, wow, this is really good acting. You know, like, any of the scenes, any of them, I'm like, wow, this is good. I think the only people who were, like, kind of bad were, like, the, like, menacing corporate guys, but I don't think they're supposed to be memorable or, like, phenomenal performances or anything anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think, but, like, all in all, I think this comes down to, like, a storyboarding failure, because if things had been done different, like, why is Isaiah's wife sitting at the table at the end and not, like, why are they not all at the table? Why do we get the random Last Supper before the gladiator fight instead of, you know, like, and who
also,
was...
why did she trip and stab herself in the neck?
Also, but then, like, you made this image of the Last Supper, right? So you've got, like, this whole, like, oh, he might be Jesus symbol going on, right? And why does she trip? Okay. But then, like, if you're going through that and you're like, okay, cool, so do each of those characters that are in that Last Supper image actually superimpose as analogies for characters that are representative in the life of Jesus? No, they don't.
No.
They don't. And that's what was, like, that's what was painful about this, was, like, there's all this imagery and there's all this symbolism, and, like, they keep building it in and building it in. They've got, like, a satanic hammer. They've got blood sacrifices. They've got cult members Metaphors who are dressed up as like weird football fans with like angry football masks on, who apparently worship Isaiah, but also like this weird groupie chick who wants to fuck him, you know, and like there's so much in this that's like metaphor. And the way that I explained it to you, and this is maybe more how it felt for me, like it felt like somebody was like, hey Kevin, could you list all of your favorite foods? And I was like all of them? They're like, yeah, like every single one. And then I just like list all my favorite foods. And then they're like, great. And they walk into the other room and they come back and they go, that's great. We took all of your favorite foods, like every single one that you've ever liked, ever. And we put them all in a blender and you have to drink it now. And I would be like, that's gross. And they'd be like, no, it's all your favorites. And like, I'd be like, I don't want to drink that. And they're like, well, too bad. You paid. Like you have, I'd be like,
it's
I
like
paid?
when you're a kid and you would get a soda from each one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I called it something different that I can't say on the podcast because it involves a word that we don't say on the podcast. But like, yeah, it's literally that. It's a mixture. Like the way I look at it,
it's your old like it's when you got every soda out of the fountain and it wasn't as good as just getting one soda. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like this feels like you sent out Metapod to fight, and it just kept using Harden, and nothing happened. But it's doing something, but nothing's happening.
Exactly. Yeah, there's so many ways that we're crafting better metaphors than this movie did. And yeah, so like and that's why like in my pitch example, like I was thinking about it, and it really entertained me to just have like someone go, why though? And them go, we don't know. And them go, the audience doesn't know, or like you don't know. And them go, exactly. Like
that's what it felt like.
Yeah. It felt like the people who were constructing this world didn't understand what was happening. Meanwhile, the characters within it were very real and very much understood what was happening, you know?
Yeah, you know, like there's a scene where the crazy fan lady who you see when Cam first pulls into the complex, the driver like says an offline about, oh, his
we
fans
don't
are
want you.
Yeah, and so then they're in a sauna for a really long time.
A long time. For a big conversation.
Yeah, and then she just crawls out from underneath it, and she's going to kill him. But then Isaiah shows up and kills her, and then but he kisses her first, and then her goons do, like, weird spider crawls. And I'm like, what? You guys are normal people, though. I don't why are you, what? How did you get in here?
I feel like if I went back and watched this, the thing that I would love the most about that scene is the fact that her goons, like, they literally spend the rest of the scene, like, audibly screaming over the dialogue, you know, like they're like, ah! And I'm just like, but then Cam and Isaiah continue their serious conversation as if there aren't two people just obnoxiously screaming in the background, you know.
That's another thing. So the believability of Cam, it's so hard because, like, and it's in the trailer when the guy gets hit in the face with a bunch of footballs because he's not doing the drill right. Like, Cam starts being concerned, and then he goes into, come on, catch the ball, all you receivers suck, give me people who can catch.
Yeah.
And then Isaiah's like, hey, man, this is on you. And then he goes over to help the guy, and the guy's fine. And I'm like, okay, that immediately would be a red flag for me. Like, immediately I'd be like, this training camp is fucked.
Yeah.
But then after Isaiah kills that girl in front of him, he's still just like, all right. Like, he doesn't question enough, but he still is questioning. But he's not, like, there's no follow-through. It feels like there's no real, like, thought process behind him questioning anything. It feels like he's going to question it in the moment, but when that moment's gone, he's forgot about it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that, like, is important to touch on in this film? Because I feel like that's enough. Like, I feel like we've talked about how bad it is enough.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on. I have one other thing that
I don't have much else that I could say without just, like, kind of becoming repetitive at this point.
This is the last thing I have.
All right, yeah.
You find out at the end that his agent and his dad made a deal to groom Cam.
His agent's dad and his dad. Because it's the older guy. It's the old guy.
It's that's the owner of the Saviors team. That's the owner of the
so it's the
team.
owner of the football team
the
and
owner.
His dad.
Okay, the owner and you're right.
And the team is called the Saviors, and I'm like, wow, we're really heavy-handed with the metaphors on this.
Please stop.
Yeah.
So the movie opens with Cam seeing Isaiah get
his leg broken.
Like, most horrific NFL injuries I've ever seen. His bone is, like, out of his knee.
Yeah, his fibula snaps.
Yeah.
Or tibia.
And then he's able to come back and win 8 championships.
Yep.
But you find out that Cam has been groomed the entire time to take his place.
Yep.
Which only further makes me question the purpose of the ritual. Like, does it only work if the person that's taking over is super good at football? Or could it be anybody could get the blood and be good? Like, there's so many things.
Could it be Nacho Libre?
Could it be Nacho Libre? He might be better. But, like, what I don't understand about this movie the most is the timeline. Like, Isaiah doesn't look like he's supposed to be that old. Like, and we know that football players don't stick around. Like Tom Brady.
No,
stuck
he's
around
not
for a
even
while,
going
but,
to college. Like, he's going to combine. You know.
Well, I thought he played in college.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He played at.
So, like,
he played at State.
Yeah, he played at State.
They didn't say what
team.
They're just like he played at State. You know what? That's a telling sign when you can't get a football team to endorse your film.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So, like, Isaiah gets hurt. He comes back and he wins 8 more championships. So, like, I guess the main thing for me is what would be the, like, so you make this deal, but as soon as you can't play football anymore, you die?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my last thought.
Yeah, and I have nothing else to, like I said, I'm just going to get repetitive at this point.
I just think that the whole grooming him was such an unnecessary addition.
Yeah. Short version of everything that we just said. This movie is 100% style over substance because at the end of the day, I'll be damned if it doesn't look good the whole time.
Oh my God, it's like that weekend movie I saw, Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Yes.
It's literally, oh my God, Hurry Up Tomorrow is the music version of him, and him is the football version of Hurry Up Tomorrow.
All right, cool. We're getting the style over substance in 2025, baby.
This is in my bottom 5 of the year.
Yeah, mine too, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
If we're not getting Rebel Moon Part 3, this might be number 1 in my bottom 5.
It's as bad. It's not. I don't think it's as bad. Last year we saw Snow White. Was that last year? Last year we saw Snow White.
No, was
and
that
it was
this
really
year?
bad. Was it?
That was this year.
No,
that had to have been this spring.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
That had to have been this spring.
I thought it was last year.
I think that was this year, man.
Oh, it was this year?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, that's in the bottom 5.
Okay, never
too.
mind. My point is, moving on, I thought Snow White came out last year. Wow,
Yep.
that's how much I pushed that movie out of my brain.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, there we go. So there's at least 2 movies in our bottom 5 this year. Odie, let's get out of here. What's your fucking jam this week, baby? What do you got for me?
So Code 3
Yep.
is the movie I saw this week on Thursday.
Okay.
And I highly recommend you go out and see it. And to anybody.
Yeah.
It's so I when I got out of the Marine Corps, actually when I was still in the reserves for the Marine Corps, I left my job for 6 months to go to EMS school. And I did a ride along with a paramedic, and this was in Florida.
Yeah.
And the only thing that stopped me from pursuing being an EMT and everything was I was working at an environmental company, and I would take a $7 pay cut to go be an EMT.
$7 an hour pay cut?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was going to
That's
go
a
down
lot
from
of money.
$18 to $11 an hour.
That's a lot of money.
This was like 2017, so like $11 an hour still wasn't like that's still not a lot of money in 2017.
No.
So I gave up on that kind of dream of mine because I was like, I literally won't be able to support myself if I do this. Like I'm going to be homeless.
Yeah, this is something that people do in like high school or college to prep to have a better job when they get out. Yeah.
Exactly. So I went back to the environmental company and honestly ended up working out for me in the long run, made a lot more money and blah, 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 blah. So going into this, I was like, man, like this kind of hits, like I'm curious how this will hit because there was a lot of realism to the way that the calls in this that the paramedics go on like unfold. And there was a lot of things that I was like, oh, I recognize that from EMS school. And like, I recognize this from my ride along that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so the plot of this movie is Rainn Wilson is a paramedic. He's been doing it for 18 years and he's burned out. He can't do it anymore. He's tired. These 24-hour shifts. So he applies for another job and like an hour into his shift, he finds out he gets the job. So he goes and tells his supervisor, like, hey, this is my last shift. I'm out of here. So then it's like all these crazy things that unfold on his 24-hour shift. He's got his partner played by Little Ray Howry, who's incredible. I love him. He's a great comedian.
Yeah.
And then also they've got this who they think is a paramedic student in school riding along with him.
Damn.
And so there's a lot of comedic moments where like things happen and like you're like, oh, that's pretty funny. There's a lot of serious like racial issues that are explored, pay gap issues that are explored, and not pay gap with like men and women. Like one of the opening scenes is them walking through a hospital, and it puts up the salary of like doctors, nurses, the head janitor, and then it's the salary of a paramedic, and it's lower than even the head janitor at a hospital.
Oh shit!
Right. And so, like, it really emphasizes how underappreciated and underpaid and mistreated paramedics really are.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a great message. On top of that, there's really good comedy. There's really, really good mental health kind of, like, messaging in here.
Oh, good.
There's an incredible, powerful, like, cop, paramedic, person of color, racial tension issue.
Wow.
Where, like, this person's having, like, an episode and, like, the cops draw their guns and one of the paramedics is trying to calm them down. It's honestly, like, across the board, this movie is incredible. The only thing that would probably keep it out of my top 3 is there's a couple fourth wall breaks that Rainn Wilson does to describe things that are going on, and they work, and I like them.
Like voiceover fourth wall breaks, or
no, like he literally breaks and it's like
looks
somebody
at the camera?
asks him. At one point, somebody goes, "What's the grossest thing you've ever seen?" He looks at the camera and goes, "Why do people want to know that?" And he kind of like, and I like it because he goes, "Do you want to see the dead baby in this car? Because I have to. Somebody has to get the dead baby out of the car from this car accident." Like he kind of, and like I like it, but for what the movie is doing, it's a little, and like again, if this is my only complaint, and I still like the thing, still easily in my top 10 this year for sure. I loved every second of it. I also brought Nate, and they loved it, and I didn't think they would because we didn't know. Like, I didn't see any trailers for it. I didn't see any clips. I literally saw – I went into IMDb, and I was looking at The Office, actually, and I saw Rainn Wilson. I was like, oh, he's in a movie. Oh, this movie's out right now. I'm going to go. And then I literally went like 10 minutes later to go see it.
Aw,
and it
awesome.
It's so good. And now that we've talked about him, it's making me like this movie even more.
Yeah, it sounds like this movie knew what it was doing the whole way through and actually delivered on its theme and message. Yeah.
Great casting, great cinematography, great comedy, great serious tone. Like it's good.
That's refreshing. That's nice.
Yeah.
I saw Dreamgirls last night, which I saw the theatrical version of that. That's not necessary. That's a jam of mine. I went and saw. There's so many people I know locally who are in this production that are so talented, including the director. And it was fun. It was spectacular. It felt like kind of stepping into a time capsule to learn a very prevalent lesson for today about entertainment and fame and what it means to craft a narrative around who you are and where you came from. Yeah, it was really, really good. And my boy Zach, shout out to my buddy Zach, he absolutely crushed it as Jimmy Early, who is kind of like he's like an old school 70s, 80s, like almost like a James Brown type character, you know? Really, really good. Knocked it out of the park. So that was good. My jam this week, though, is, and you're going to think that I'm making this up when I say the genre of this band, but I am not saying this from, sometimes I'm like crafting what I think a band is. This is what I heard someone say about this band, and I was like, this is, that is what this band is. Yes, correct, and I hate myself for loving it. So fantasy doom metal band, Castle Rat, has released a new album. Exactly.
What? I'm sorry.
Right,
Castle Rap.
Hold on.
Say that again?
Let's take it back. Fantasy doom metal band Castle Rat has released a new album, The Bestiary, and it's phenomenal.
There's so many words that you just said back to back that are describing things that I never heard those words put together to describe.
All right.
Castle Rat, fantasy doom metal.
Let's say it one more time. Fantasy doom metal band, comma, band name. Castle Rat, comma,
Castle Rat,
have released a new album titled The Bestiary.
The Bestiary.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is my jam this week.
Kevin, I've told you, things you dream of or hallucinate can't count as your jam.
It's really good.
If you imagine this album, it doesn't count.
It's really good. They're a female-fronted metal band, and they're awesome. And the album has amazing musical themes, and it feels at once like something old and new at the same. I guess that's my jam this week. It's stuff that feels both old and new at the same time. But it's like it feels like an old classic metal record, but it's obviously modern production. There's almost like doom metal refers to a style of metal that is typically a little slower, a little more melodic. fantasy doom metal. All we're doing is we're saying this is the doom metal music you would play in the background if you were playing D&D. And then it does have like a vintage 1980s quality to it. So there's almost like I guess not to make it worse, but like it would almost be like fantasy doom metal wave would be the actual genre if you were like applying everything. It's super niche, and you don't have to check it out if you don't want to, but I think it's good. And I really enjoyed listening to the whole album yesterday. And that's it. That's my jam, and I don't have to explain myself.
You don't have to justify your jam.
It's better than him.
Well, that's a low bar.
It's really good though. No, it really is really good. They are a band that popped onto my radar sometime around I would say probably mid to late year last year. Okay. Castle Rat popped onto my radar, and I was like, oh, these guys sound kind of cool. This album, I was driving. I did a lot of driving this weekend, and I was like, oh, no, I'll listen to this whole thing. I have like an hour drive right now. And it was good. The whole thing was good. Yeah. I was happy listening to it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Is it going to be in my top 5? Probably not, but it's good. So that's my jam. Because it popped up out of nowhere, and I think that's like the quintessential jam. Is it's almost something that you didn't expect, like it's
100%.
Or it was something that you were really looking forward to, and it finally came to fruition. Like I don't think there's a lot of jams that are in the middle of those things. So that's my jam, and that's the end of the podcast this week. Everybody, sure next week we are talking about one battle after another.
Hopefully, we both get to talk about it.
I have once again.
Overcommitted.
Not overcommitted. No, I can do everything I have committed to, except possibly watch one battle after another.
Wow. So the most important thing.
No, I'm playing Hades in 2 weeks. I got a call, and a local theater group needed someone to come in and learn the part of Hades in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, an actor of theirs had some health issues and had to back out. I came recommended. And then when I got the contact, I was like, hey, send me the script. Let me see it. Let me read it. I had a nice conversation with the director. It was really cool. And I said, yeah, you know what? I would enjoy doing this. And not only that, they have nice artist quarters out there that you can stay in when you're performing in their space. So,
Kevin, are you saying that you're certified greatness?
I'm an artist. Odie. No, so I'm going to be playing Hades, and then I'm rolling right into Dracula, which means this week I do nothing but work and theater. And if I can make the time to do it, and the only reason there's really a conflict this week is Thursday's the night I normally see movies. Thursday is also the night that we're doing interviews with local media for Dracula. So, so that was the real conflict, and I tried to get things done before Sunday. Now, my saving grace this upcoming weekend is that I am in a show this weekend.
Good start.
I'm in a show, but it puts me very close to a Regal Theater, and I might be able to catch a late afternoon showing of one battle after another before we
Fingers
record.
crossed.
Fingers crossed. If I do, great. If I don't, I'm very excited to hear you talk about it. And I don't care. Yeah, well, and you know how I don't care about spoilers anyway. Like, I don't care if you spoil it for me, it doesn't ruin the effect of seeing it for the first time, because
definitely not.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah, so that's good for us. We do spoilers for other people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the end of the podcast this week. That's it. That's all we got this week, baby. Thank you, everybody, for weathering this absurd existence with the UnPop podcast. Thank you for checking in with us and on us. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, subpoenas, concerns about our mental health, or would like us to podcast live at your funeral, please email mysecretpoweris@gmail.com. Art by FrankAce, music by moi. Always make sure to check out our sister brother channel, Magnum Nopus. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week. We love you all. Peace.
Bye.